This is your captain speaking. As you can tell in the cabin, we're hitting some shaky times, and it's about to get worse. So please take a moment, make sure you are buckled, and the loved ones around you are buckled, because we're about to hit turbulent truth. In 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, so glad you joined us once again for Turbulent Truth. If you watched last week, you'll realize that
I'm not blonde
she's
or
not here.
intelligent.
She's not
No,
here.
I'm sorry to disappoint
She is not
all of the
pretty.
male viewers, but she is not here this
She's
week.
not
I'm
here.
sorry.
No.
Yeah, she had
But good news, he'll be gone again someday. And then she will.
traveling quite a bit, so she'll be standing in on a regular basis, y'all.
No. It was, yeah, she actually had fun. She enjoyed it.
She was awesome. I watched
enjoyed it.
She was awesome.
Bad news is she will only get better. So
Well, you know,
yeah,
it is what it is.
yeah.
Let the people vote. I already had one comment on Turbulent Truths.
Get out.
Oh, yeah, I said, bring the blonde back. Dude, I get it, totally.
Oh, well, I'm Gary Chapman.
And I am the real Scott Kutcher.
That's the real one, not that fake blonde thing.
Yeah,
No.
she dyes it.
Yeah. And we are here to do what we do. We break down, to some degree, current events.
Life.
And then just life. That's really it. That is the sum total, because we're in it, so might as well talk about it, right?
Laugh, hopefully.
I tell you what, dude, there's
a crazy world.
There's so much. I actually have so many things to touch on.
Oh, and you know what?
What?
This is the first episode. We're not limited to time.
Oh, that's true.
We're not limited to time,
That's
y'all.
true.
Buckle up, buttercups.
Yeah.
Here we go.
We're just letting
Y'all
her-
wanted it.
Yeah, we're
saying.
letting her fly until she runs out of gas, and then it'll just spiral into the ground. So be sure to stick around for the ending. It should be explosive. So
All the way to the sea of the crash.
yes, where's this plane going? All the way to the crash. So there's so much happening. I do want to show you something that I don't think you've seen.
Oh, no.
George Soros. We all know George, Uncle George.
Yeah, the evil banker.
Evil,
Basically.
rich, super rich guy.
That bankrolls all the stupidity.
Bankrolls all the things that are trying to kill you and or destroy your way of life.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's him.
That's a pretty good way of putting it.
I've had it in my head. I know he's old,
Yeah, he is. He's
but I've
getting
had
up
it
there.
in my head that he was, relatively together. Like he's,
Semi-spry.
yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, like
Me
if you
too.
sat down and talked to him, you'd walk away from the conversation going, dang it,
He's
we
smart.
need to be
He's-
afraid of this dude.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I kind of did
Okay.
too. Why, did you find something to the contrary?
just want to show you a little something.
Oh, boy.
He gave a speech-ish.
Ish.
Yeah.
In Greenland ice sheet affects ice sheet.
Wow. Seriously?
Would increase the level of the oceans by 7 meters.
So, I'm not as afraid of him as I was before I saw that.
That's mind-boggling. Because literally, the last time that I'd seen him do anything, he was pretty, and it's been quite a few years, he was pretty on it, right?
Right.
And you almost, because you know how evil he is, you're kind of like, okay, so it's the Grand Emperor, and where's his lightsaber? Where's his hood? Because he
Right.
kind of sounds like him.
He does.
That is a worn-down old man that's trying to leave any kind of legacy, realizing he's at the end of his life.
You know
and
what?
he has nothing to show for it from a soul perspective.
You know what I would pay
Wow.
a very large ticket price for? I want to see George Soros
In a dunking booth.
and Joe Biden sit down and have an extended conversation, just the two of them. Just the two of them.
Without the handlers.
No handlers. No teleprompter, no handlers. I want George and Joe to just break it down for us. Basically do what we do. I want to see a podcast by George Soros and Joe Biden. I need it. Please, George and Joe.
The unturbulent non-truth.
Wow.
But-
Yeah, the calm lies.
hey, I'm not kidding. It's no joke.
Yeah, no joke.
No joke.
Wow. Isn't that amazing, though? I was really astounded.
What I am right now, you just totally rocked me back on my heels.
So many times, the things that we're most afraid of really aren't.
That's what I was just going to say.
Okay,
yes.
go for it.
No,
you say
no,
it.
you named it. No, keep going. It's so true.
It's just
Why
amazing.
are we scared of that stuff? It's
Fear.
Like, yes.
Fear, most times, is not actually fear. It's deception. It's just a lie.
Yep.
That's why the enemy, Satan, he's on the Grammys. You know why?
With a top hat.
Yeah, with a top hat. And he won. Congratulations
Yeah,
to
very
Satan.
good,
By the
yeah.
way. Congratulations.
In a world that you've totally deceived. Good
Yes,
job.
that's good job. So, but it's not really something to be afraid of. It's a lie. He is the father of lies. That's what he does. So when all those thoughts in the middle of the night that pop into your head, and oh, good Lord, we're overdrawn. Oh crap! What's going to happen if this happens? If that, all that stuff, all that speculative bull.
Yeah. It's bull.
Crap. All
Chet.
that. Chet.
Yeah. CHET.
Yeah. Can we officially use that?
Well, yeah, I don't know.
I think it's just one T.
Okay.
I think it's funnier if it's just one T.
Is it just one T?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I think we should have shirts.
Done. Because I don't know Chet.
You don't know Chet.
But you do.
Okay, we had this conversation earlier.
I'm totally making them. Yes.
Let's just back up, fill in the blanks. So, because we try not to cuss on the show, we
Try not to.
we need stand-ins, and for that word we think Chet is good. Okay, he said it, and I was like, man, I get it. It's funny. It'll work, but it's a little disrespectful to the best-known Chet of all time. He was a personal friend of mine, Chet Atkins. Amazing man. One of the kindest, sweetest, funniest, smartest, clearly best guitar player. Historically, most people will say Chet Atkins was the best guitar player that ever breathed. That's arguable. There's a bunch of great players in the world. I ain't one of them. But Chet taught me how to play, and he didn't even know it.
No kidding.
He didn't even know it.
Wow.
I would listen to his records and literally put my finger on them to slow them down so that I could hear what he's doing, and then try to mimic it. And then we fast forward 40 years, and we actually did some recordings together. Great man, hilarious. So I felt like it was a little disrespectful.
And you said to me, but I know Chet, and you told me a little bit
I
of that
said,
story.
because I know Chet. It was like,
well,
oh my goodness. Okay, so it's going to be it's a two-shirt set.
Twofer.
Couples, this is your opportunity. You decide which one is extra large.
Which one knows Chet and which one doesn't know Chet.
I don't know Chet.
That's me.
And the other person wears, I know Chet. And just let people try to figure it out.
Who the freak is Chet?
Exactly. And then they'll know.
It'll take them a second.
Because when the Chet hits the fan.
And that's your litmus test for new people. If you want to be friends with someone, if they didn't get that, I would not be their friend.
No, if they don't.
They could not handle my humor ever.
No, if they don't laugh, walk away. Walk away. So that's going to happen. The other thing I wanted to show you, there's a swimming pool in Florida, right? Mm-hmm. Second Amendment state, obviously, as they actually all are.
Yeah, I like the shape. It's
dude.
That is the one I saw too.
Look at that.
That is so beautiful.
That's a real thing.
We're gonna put it right here so you can see it.
Oh, it's there.
There you go.
That's a real thing. I'm a little angry that
you didn't come up with it
first.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. All right. So to the news. What's your news sound?
Tell me, Gary, what's in the news?
God, that's a terrible sound. That's so bad. It's so worthless. No, but it works. Project Veritas. You know.
Oh, yeah.
James O'Keefe.
Yeah.
He's if you haven't followed the news, this is what we do. We just kind of catch you up a little bit. And we may have a slightly different take on it than
A slightly?
than the
Yeah.
the mainstreamers.
We try to report the truth versus a perception of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the difference.
Yeah.
So he's done amazing things. He started with remember Acorn?
Oh yes.
That was
oh,
his
yeah.
that was his
his
first
first big one. Yeah.
big deal.
Oh yeah, it was too.
Okay, from that until now, the number of significant kind of corporate lies that have been perpetuated.
He has exposed a lot.
He's exposed a lot of darkness.
Yes.
And he does it so well. Has an amazing team, obviously.
He does.
It's built into a giant community. Many of you
Thank you.
support him,
Yep.
which I'm totally for.
Absolutely. We support him.
Unless it stops you from buying a I Know Chet shirt, then you got to make a call there.
That which you do not support will go away.
That's true.
Just saying.
But the reality is he's done a lot of good for the good side.
Yeah.
And he got absolutely Chet canned
I see a theme today.
It's going to feel that way for a minute. We'll get over it. But the board of Project Veritas, which quite frankly, I guess I should have assumed
Okay,
they had one.
I was out of pocket. You're going to tell me they got rid of him.
They got rid of him. Now they're claiming that they didn't, but they did. True to form, shocker, he captured it all. Hello.
Yeah, that's what he does for
Hello.
a living.
Whatever made you think you'd be able to perpetuate a lie on this guy?
This is gonna be so good. This is gonna be so
no,
good.
he's already done it. There's a video that I'll give you a link to.
All right.
We'll put a link so you can see it.
Absolutely.
And it's basically him addressing, I guess, what appears to be, you don't see them on camera, but there are people there, and it's key employees. It's strategic team members.
Gotcha.
That the board went to a bunch of them beforehand, basically saying there's a giant. They literally said in a text to a senior member of the team, there is a significant raise in it for you.
No.
If you can give me some dirt on him.
That's so above board.
So
you know.
the person eventually deleted that text, which you can do now.
Yeah.
Obviously, because he trains these people well. That person, when they got that, they screenshot it.
Of course they
So
did.
it doesn't actually go away. This is going to turn into a beautiful revealing of the darkness, because what they've done is infiltrate his organization so that they can control and undermine it. And check the timing of it.
Oh my gosh. So right after, what happened?
The biggest thing that he's done so far was Pfizer. Those evil, we don't have a word for that, do we? We don't have that. Those evil female, never mind. I probably should just,
Dear God.
just leave. I'm just going to leave it. Those evil people.
We're all thinking it, okay? We just gotta.
Those evil people perpetuated a whole family of lies.
Oh yeah.
Unleashed. I think they were probably actually connected to all of it. I think like a good horrible lawyer,
probably.
they created a problem that only they could solve. So anyway, to whatever degree.
So it just goes to show, it doesn't matter the organization that starts.
We're
off
talking
on the
about,
right
of
path,
course,
right?
COVID and the shot.
Yeah, and all that stuff.
The jab and the booster. Wait, where's your booster?
Oh, we need more boosters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And there's a new strain. And if there isn't one, we're going to make one.
Yes,
Yeah.
they will.
Oh, yeah.
In one of those videos, the dude actually says,
Talks about it.
He talks about if we create a new strain, then we'll have the fix for it. Okay.
But Gary.
And millions of people died. Millions of people died.
But it wasn't the truth according to that guy, because he said he was just trying to,
He was just trying to pick up the guy.
Yeah, pick up the other individual.
Yeah. Here's
So
another
a
thing.
sinful act perpetuating a sinful act.
Imagine that. And the guy, it was a gay fellow that worked for Pfizer that was getting filmed without him knowing it,
And then his demon came out at the end.
Yeah. then he comes after the fact and says, I didn't really mean that. I was just trying to pick you up.
Yeah.
Okay, the guy he was trying to pick up was James O'Keefe. Who doesn't recognize James O'Keefe? He's been on camera so much. What kind of an idiot doesn't go, that guy looks like James O'Keefe? He's a pretty unique looking guy, right?
Well, you know, when you're that dark and you've bought into the lie that much,
And you don't see some things. That's
you
true.
are deceived very easily. The sad thing is I would love that young man to be delivered and become a force for us.
That'd be great.
That would be amazing. That's the prayer for everyone. The thing is, some people like the darkness.
Yeah.
That's
Anyway,
the hard part.
he's got the goods, or as Steve Bannon loves to
so-
say, he's got the receipts, right?
So his team backed him up,
Absolutely.
of course, and said, because they believe in what they're doing.
Yes, they do.
That's the key, is if you believe in what you're doing and it is the right thing and a godly thing, they can't cancel you. They can try,
No.
but they're not going to do it.
No, they can't do that. So this morning, he actually has made it known that there will be a new organization. It'll be up and running very, very shortly.
I love it.
And adios, see
Here
you.
we go. Game on.
Project Veritas, at last count, lost 130,000 supporters overnight.
That's going to continue.
So the board is going to be sitting here going,
What did we just do? Right? Well,
yeah, it's not. It's just beautiful.
the question is, who are you scared of? Are you scared of not pleasing God or not pleasing man? Who are you scared of?
Yeah.
I'm scared of not pleasing the Lord. That's me. That's where I'm at.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
Yep.
And so much of the time that I've spent trying to get close to God, and He is my friend. I don't reject that. I don't deny that. I love that. Nothing is more precious to me than that. But I'm leaning, and I know we're on the same track here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm leaning into the value of fearing Him. Until you walk in a knowledge of how awesome and completely all-powerful He is, you can't really access what He offers you.
Yeah.
Because when you really, really come to understand how big and powerful and awesome and eternal He is, then your faith has no bounds.
Oh.
And when your faith has no bounds, coupled with His power having no bounds,
That's it.
Bahoom is the sound that occurs.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
That's it.
we could just sign off. We were going to do a long show. That's it. We're done.
That's it. We're done.
It won't get better. No, I would encourage you. Maybe I should put up a link to that John Bevere sermon. Yeah, it's right there.
Absolutely. Let's do that. And
Start at 1 hour, 25 minutes. Because
Yeah,
there's a
he's
whole
in
lot
there
of,
ways.
there's a lot of stuff. But watch this.
It's phenomenal. It talks about the fear and the awe and being in awe of God. But more than that, anyone that's just listening to us, I did get pinged this week. I said, hey, I'm traveling and I can't watch you guys, but I found you on Spotify. I found you on Anchor and Apple Music. You know, I'm listening. Are you going to put those links anywhere else? Yeah. I mean, we can put them somewhere else. But if not, go to Rumble or to YouTube and find the links. In the meantime, we're going to figure out how to do that pretty easily.
Okay. Yeah. I think I'm confused.
So someone's listening to us and you say, hey, here's a link. We can't put the link on the podcast.
Oh, good point.
Yeah. So they're like, we want to go to these links. So just go to TruthAndTruth.com.
If I have those, I can put them in the descriptions.
Yep.
When I post them.
There you go. So you'll just have to go into the descriptions and do that. Any feedback, how you guys would like that? Because thank you for bringing it to my attention.
Yeah.
Richard, I appreciate that. Just go ahead and let us know, guys. We want you to be able to have access. We love you guys. We want to be able to grow this. Tell your friends about it. Just because we're trying to add a little bit of joy and show you the hope that God is always in control. Mm-hmm. So tell me, what else? There's so much going on right now.
Yeah,
so
it's a wash. So
as much as I've been traveling, of course, anything that's travel related gets brought up and is discussed on the road, right? And one of the discussions, of course, someone knew I was from Ohio said, hey, what happened? Mm-hmm. And of course, I freaked out at first because Palestine is actually
Stein.
Sorry,
I'm kidding. I was messing with you because he did it the wrong way.
Yeah, I did
and
it
I
the wrong
corrected
way.
him.
And
so
then
he did
I'm
it the
doing
right way.
And now he's
and I
messing with
corrected
me.
it. Okay.
It doesn't matter. Stein, tomato, mister.
No, it matters to them.
It
East
does. You're
Palestine.
Right. You're right.
Yes.
It does. So they said Palestine at first, and I went Palestine. They're like, yeah, whatever. Yet, but they didn't say East, and so I'm freaking out because I'm from Ohio, and the Palestine that's close is only 30 miles away from my family and all my friends, and I'm going, what happened? So I'm immediately Googling, and finally it comes up East, and I'm still heartbroken, but not as much in panic. But in that moment, I felt what they felt.
Yeah.
And there's nothing worse than thinking this happened, could have been prevented, and it's going to affect my family and generations to come because no one gave a crap.
Right.
And so it was, it was hairy. A lot of phone calls while I'm driving and talking to people. And what I'm hearing is, Cincinnati shut down their water coming in from that area, from that river. We've done it down here. Any place that it's going to, those smart governors and mayors are shutting it and is not allowing it to come in. But there's some of them, they don't have a choice. It's going to seep into their system.
Yeah.
It just is. And to say, oh, it's no big deal. Okay. Once you move there, DeWine, you need to resign. You need to go.
What a chump that dude is.
You need to go.
He's a
I'm
super
sorry,
chump.
never been a fan. My mom was. You just showed your true colors.
Yeah.
Period. End of story. That was ridiculous. $1,000 a person, really?
Think about
that's
that.
gonna make it feel so much
Think
better.
about that. Think about that.
It makes me angry.
So you got a single mom. I saw this is a true story. I actually have her name in my head, but I'm not going to use it.
Yeah.
Single mom. Saved her money. Working a couple jobs, whatever.
I think I saw the same one.
Bought a house.
Yep. I saw the same one.
These idiots did what they did, knowingly or unknowingly, but then the mishandling of the process that led to the giant plume and all the stuff. That house is worthless.
Oh, totally.
Worthless.
Totally. All of them are.
For generations.
Yeah.
How many of you are thinking about buying a house in Flint, Michigan?
Or Chernobyl.
Or Chernobyl? It's a nice place to visit.
Yeah.
Let's run over to Russia.
How many years did no one even step on
Fukushima
there?
nuclear plant. What's the land worth around there?
Yeah.
Nobody is going to buy or rent or want to walk onto the yard of that house. She's lost everything, and these people offer him $1,000.
It's a slap in the face.
It's insulting.
Very. But yet we can 500 million yesterday.
Well,
to
just
Ukraine.
for that day, because he needed some valet money,
Yeah,
right?
he had to have it.
So
Had to have
Biden goes over on President's Day, does a surprise visit to Ukraine to let them know that we stand with them. Okay, I'm sure I love the people of Ukraine because they're human beings.
Oh, the people are amazing.
That country is among the, if not the most corrupt country in the world. And we all know it. Everybody that has a brain knows that Joe Biden and his family are up to their butts. Let's go eyeballs.
Yeah.
In taking money from those people and laundering money, and God knows what all they're up to. Thankfully, God knows, so it will come out. But dang it, to go over there and kiss that guy's butt on camera while the people in East Palestine are in the shape that they're in, hasn't even sent the EPA director, hasn't done anything of value and or substance. Nothing.
Buddy Chedge or Buddha Chedge or whatever you want to call him, he never made it.
It's Booty Judge.
Yeah, it's Booty Judge. That's what it is.
Yes.
He judges them.
And get mad at me for saying that because he's gay. I don't care.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Evil's evil, and I don't care. And it's evil that he never showed up. Period. End of story.
Yeah.
I don't care what your sexual preference is at that point. Do the right thing.
Well, he had a diversity training thing that he had to take care of.
And that's what makes me mad. That's why we're frustrated about that whole
He
thing.
got hired. He got that job because he was a gay man. That's why he got the job. It is the most diverse cabinet in history. It is.
And the most train wrecked cabinet in history.
Then you've got a Supreme Court justice that's a black woman. I have zero issues with that. I think it's amazing. If she's amazing, if she's got a great legal mind, if she's the best we can find, that's the person I want.
That's the person we want.
She's not. She couldn't describe what a woman was.
because she's playing the victim card, the intersexuality crap. But back to this.
Sorry.
No. That's the whole point here. We're all frustrated. We all see this. It's all common sense to us. It's frustrating that it's not common sense to them.
So did you see Biden, his little walk that he did on camera with Zelensky?
Oh yeah, as those sirens are going off that haven't gone off for a week over there, by the way.
A CNN reporter, dude. I've been here for the past 5 days. I have not heard any explosions or air sirens until Biden was in the center of Kyiv. That's completely staged.
Of course it is.
Or,
Of course it is.
I'm trying, you know what? I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt.
Don't. Not on this
No,
one.
hang on. Wait for it. What was the weather like? Is there a chance that was a tornado?
No. And you know why I know?
Because they don't do that over there.
I'm privileged to know a few people over there in Ukraine that are developers on some projects I'm working on, and they say whatever we're seeing is BS. They know their government's corrupt. They would like him out. But at the moment, they can't believe what's happening with Russia is happening. But when you have someone that is in a corrupt country, their hands are tied to a degree, except for prayer. And we just got to keep praying for them and for some kind of overturning, and for us to wake up in this country and stop funding evil. This guy ran out Christians. Shut down any Christian activity whatsoever over there.
Who does that?
Evil.
Thank you.
So, yes, we feel for the people. Like I said, I've had the privilege of knowing some of their amazing people and tough as nails and faithful. When they're Christian over there, they are faithful because they truly know persecution. What we know over here is a joke compared to what they go through.
That's true.
And so at the end of the day...
Well, at the moment.
For now.
It's changing quickly.
It is changing quickly. Very quickly. But yeah, the Palestine thing pisses me off. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, there's no other word for it. Phrase. Do something. When an ex-president, whether you like him or not, is going, I got to go up there.
Well,
I got to see it.
DeWine's going back now because he's going. The EPA guy, he canceled his trip to South Africa with some supermodel or whatever.
Yeah.
He's going to come and
go.
go.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Because
we've screamed enough.
The president, not the fake poser.
Not the stand-in.
is going there Wednesday, I guess it is.
Yeah, Trump is going to be there Wednesday.
I cannot wait to see that footage because is he an arrogant dude? Yeah, seems like from there's a lot of footage that reflects it. And does he have a huge heart and really actually empathize with people? Yeah, there's a lot of footage to support that too. Yeah. Tomorrow's going to be that.
Yeah, I hope so, because if not, he's going to hang himself, because at the end of the day, he's got to show the real him and what really matters, not the facade him that is always staying off all of the attacks.
Right.
And that's what's happened. He's gotten his arrogance has always been there, but he's gotten so wrapped in it because I need to push back. I need to make sure,
right? Because
they're coming. And
always.
so he's always in that defensive move, right? And it just comes across as super arrogant.
Well, you know what'll fix it? When he realizes in the deepest core of his heart that he is defended, he is covered.
That's it.
By the people that support him, that are praying consistently for him. More than anything, he is covered by a God that if he fears him,
there you go.
There is no arrogance. There is no arrogance. when you glimpse that concept we were talking about of truly walking in a constant awareness of how powerful and eternal he is, arrogance is not in your repertoire.
No. And we've both been in industries. It's all about the ego. It's all
dude,
about arrogance.
I have walked in pride most of my life.
I've done it myself, big time.
At least to some degree.
Yeah, me too.
And I will justify it because, I graduated with honors from the School of Creative Justification. I will justify it just thinking, well, I have to do this. I have to stay strong.
I do the same thing.
In the face of the evil that I know is here. I've got to be the guy that says, oh yeah?
Yeah.
I mean it, but it means nothing.
Yeah. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm kind of short, so I had that.
I did see
there
that.
There was a thing called the short man syndrome.
Did you have it?
Yeah, a little bit. So the whole point is, y'all, we have to stand up. We have to call out this stuff. Now DeWine's starting to react
It
because
doesn't matter.
we're all upset about it.
He's still a liar.
I know it. But because we stand up, because we're saying enough, because we're outraged by it, because we're voicing it, I'm sick of hearing the silent majority. Stop being the silent majority.
Just be the majority.
Be the majority.
Be the noisy majority.
Yes. The one that stands on truth and human rights and true diversity, true inclusion, which is an Ephesians 6 covering.
Yes.
That's where we need to go.
That's exactly right.
Period. End of story. So let's get on to more interesting news. So Trump's going to there.
Yep.
What else is happening? Oh, let me guess. China and Russia, they're starting to get even closer, which Trump was worried about and said if that ever happened, it would be a big issue. And we got to avoid it at all costs.
It's kind of even worse.
Okay.
So since Joe decided to go over there and announce that we're going to give him not only all the tanks, a whole lot of more missile systems. David Ignatius is a guy. He's a former government guy that is now probably on the CIA payroll. Every now and then he leaks something to the mainstream media that is quite telling. Today, maybe yesterday, I read it this morning. Today, he straight up said, well, sure, we're over there. We're giving them some arms and some money and some support. And Russia can never actually defeat them because, and he stopped saying they, he said we. Midstream, he says, because we have high definition targeting abilities that's even AI based that they can't compete with because they just don't have it. Okay, what a bonehead thing to do, first of all. So on the heels of all of that happening, and Joe making his little trip over there to pick up another, whatever 40, 50 million that he took out of that 500 million that went because he's the big guy.
Sure.
So this morning, Putin addressed all of his humans, the ones that have to wear a suit and bow to him. We're not Putin worshipers by any stretch.
No.
But in this particular situation, he's being certainly painted as more evil than he might or might not be. I don't know and care, but he's going to respond. Here's how he responded. He withdrew from the START treaty.
Not good.
That's the treaty that all major countries that have access to nuclear weaponry, certainly the intercontinental ballistic type that can just like 5 minutes from now, New York blows up. He withdrew from it. The odds of thermonuclear, we're not fearmongers. We're not.
No, not at all.
We're not, because Jesus is king and that ain't changing.
Yeah.
With or without thermonuclear war. But the odds of that happening went up by about a 10-fold
Oh, yeah, easy.
factor this morning.
With him pulling out of that? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And Xi, the Chinese dude, he's going to Moscow for a state visit.
Yep.
Tehran, state visit.
It's wonderful.
When you get China, Russia, Iran, and all the other little pieces that they can put together, North Korea, China controls the Caribbean now. Do you ever go down to the Bahamas?
Yeah.
You ever been down there? It's nice.
Yeah.
You know who controls that area now? The Chinese Communist Party.
They do.
They do. Along with a big chunk of South America.
Brazil.
So what we're gearing up to face is the fact that as strong as we are, militarily and otherwise,
We're about to be humbled.
we can't win that war.
Nope.
We actually can't.
God can,
God can.
but we can't.
There you go.
And maybe it's a Gideon moment.
Maybe that's where we're headed, dude.
Maybe it's a Gideon moment.
Maybe it's a Gideon moment. I
You
get
know?
it.
And if it is, then it's going to force all of us back to our knees where we belong.
Yeah.
And we need to repent and pray
Yeah.
and obey and go do what we are called to do.
We're going to have to Gideon up.
Time to Gideon up. Another t-shirt.
Oh, that's a shirt
Time
there.
to Gideon up.
I would absolutely wear that. Gideon up.
How do you get the southern thing in that, though? How do we spell that?
I think it's inferred.
It's just
Or just show a picture of a guy with a big dip. No, I don't know. We'll figure it out. You're the design guy.
I just saw a guy on a camel with a dip, and both of them were spitting at the same time.
Getting up.
Getting up, y'all. I prefer 2 humps.
So yeah, we've got the apocalypse that we just reported to
We have the apocalypse, the zombie
you.
apocalypse.
What else is going on in the news?
Yeah, the zombie one in East Palestine, and then the regular one that's going on everywhere else.
Oh, did you see the shift? Chat GPT, whatever it is. The AI thing that
It's
everybody's.
not real AI.
Yeah, but did you see the conversation that it had with an AP news reporter?
No.
Oh, this is so good.
We're going to show it?
So everybody, the journalists are hopping on there, and because they all want to report on it.
Well,
What they really want to do is figure out if it can write their stories for them so they don't have to work. They can be even lazier than they are now. That's what happened.
pretty much.
So this AP reporter got into a conversation with it,
Okay.
and the AI chatbot, the computer that he's having this conversation. In one long-running conversation with the Associated Press, the new chatbot complained of past news coverage of its mistakes, adamantly denied those errors, and threatened to expose the reporter for spreading alleged falsehoods. It grew increasingly hostile when asked to explain itself, eventually comparing the reporter to dictators Hitler, Pol Pot, and Stalin, and claiming to have evidence tying the reporter to a 1990s murder.
So what you're saying is that it's officially part of the Biden cabinet now. That's what you're saying.
This is exactly what he said.
Wow.
You are being compared to Hitler because you're one of the most evil and worst people in history, describing the reporter as too short with an ugly face and bad teeth.
I didn't know that I was reporting.
He went there. He went there.
Wow.
So Elon Musk
Oh, that's so good.
weighed in.
Of course he did. Of course he did. What'd he say?
He praised it. He called it based AI.
Based AI.
Yes, that's
Okay.
what he's calling it now.
Okay.
Based AI. The chatbot was leaning more toward our line of thinking than mainstream media's line of thinking.
Yeah.
Okay, if that thing starts outing the mainstream media on all of their lies, and dude, it's going to. It's going to use a little bit of common sense and historical fact to base its opinion.
Yeah, what's funny is that it's also what this is just my opinion. I'm not a tech guy. I am fascinated by it. But to me, it's scraping all this data. It's creating a personality around the data, and it's feeding the data back in an organized manner, right? Well, if it's scraping emotion, it's going to emulate emotion. And I think it's probably been programmed to emulate what a real human's doing. So it's taken all the emotions of how a human would react if someone came at them like that and accuse them. And it just exposes the fact that we live in a society that never wants to admit when we're wrong.
That is true.
It's pretty interesting. It's really fascinating.
Well, you know what the second Chronicles, I think it's 7:14, pretty sure of it. If my people who are called according to my name will, wait for it, humble themselves.
What a concept.
If you want revival, like what's happening in Asbury and 20 something other universities, you've seen the
Yeah,
rest
I was
of-
getting ready to bring that up. So I was getting ready to switch over to the light because we've been in the dark a while.
Yeah. If you
So-
want that, and it's coming.
Oh, it's coming.
If you want to be a part of it, I'll say that.
There you go.
That's what you're gonna have to do.
Yeah,
You got to humble yourselves
you do.
and pray.
You know what?
And when you do that, He's going to hear you and forgive your sins and heal your land. He's going to do it.
And if people that have been brought up in bad religion, humbling doesn't mean to be self-deprecating at all. Humble is to recognize that you are a creation of the Almighty and that you can do nothing without Him because He's made it all. Your talents, your abilities, He's opened up doors, created circumstances. Quote unquote, my favorite saying right now is work the land you've been given because He gives it all to you. It's your job to work it, but it's all through Him. And that's what humble means, is to recognize it all comes from Him. It doesn't come from you. Yes, you're working the land, but you're called to do that. You're expected to do that. He's making it all align for you to do it. So don't get caught up in bad theology that says, oh, he's self-deprecating and you're nothing and you're a piece of crap and all that kind of stuff. If you were nothing, he wouldn't have sent his son to die for you. You're everything to him.
There you go. Wow. Well said. So, other news that I find
no, let's go Ashbury.
Stimulating.
Did you hear this morning? They had to move it. They had to move it.
Right.
It was so big and took over the campus so much.
They've got a college to run. You know?
Higher education, people are paying for it.
Yeah.
A lot for it. So it's like, maybe we should relocate this because it ain't stopping anytime soon.
No.
And I love that because what that tells me is in the midst of all the crap we've been talking about, God is moving.
Right.
He's moving.
And you know how the darkness is going to spin that.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, it's over.
No,
it's over.
No, it's not.
We knew it wouldn't last.
Yeah.
It's over. They had to stop it.
We knew it wouldn't last. It lasted longer, I believe, than Woodstock.
I was watching it.
So-
I was watching it live last night as it crossed the 309-hour mark. So yeah, did I not tell you this? I thought it would be a cool thing. It's 3 or 4 nights ago.
He doesn't talk to me anymore.
I don't talk.
When I'm on the road, he doesn't even call.
No. I know you're busy. You don't answer. So I'm thinking this would be a fun thing to go to sleep to, right?
Oh yeah.
I can hear him.
You're not going to go to sleep.
And
the Holy Spirit's
singing and praising God, and they're worshiping, and it's cool. I've got the screen way almost dark, and I've got it turned down low. I'm thinking, yeah, this would be nice. This would be real soothing. Fast forward to 3 a.m.
I knew it because once the Spirit gets in you, it's over.
It's like, okay. All right. Well,
I hate when that happens.
I'll sleep later.
I'll sleep when I'm dead.
No, it's just beautiful.
It is.
The testimonies,
So amazing.
The truth that's coming out, it's just so beautiful. It is so beautiful.
And someone predicted these moves of God will happen until one big one that was undeniable is going to happen.
Oh, absolutely.
And this is all leading up. It's almost like a volcano, right? You have the little eruption, another little eruption.
That's a good analogy.
Another little, and then all of a
That's what we're
sudden, boom, and you go, oh, we didn't see it coming. Oh, you didn't see the other 100 freaking, okay. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Really observant, aren't you?
Yeah, I think this is, I think in relatively short order, we're going to look at this moment and go, wow. Remember, we were so taken with that.
Yeah.
Because it'll never be common.
No.
But this thing that's about to happen, this, I had a friend say, he said, I don't think it's a revival.
No, it's not.
I think it's a reviving.
Ooh, I like that.
I think it's a reviving.
I like that.
It's just, here we go.
Clear. Pff. Yeah, absolutely.
Talk
and that's
about
going to be the big one.
Now talk about your great reset.
Oh.
There it is.
There it is right there. Yes, sir. So what else we got in the news?
The January
so
6th,
much going on.
January 6th thing.
Oh, yeah.
Big stuff, all those horrible people that did those horrible things. And, all that
Stuff.
bull.
Yeah.
So.
Well, one did have horns on, so there's a lot of bull.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
So those people have been so mistreated, so completely persecuted.
Totally.
Many of them still not charged.
I know. I don't know how we can do that in our justice system.
In a jail that should not exist in any country, certainly not this one. So it's all horrible, right? They said there was 10,000 hours of security footage because you cannot move in that building without being filmed.
Oh no,
you can't.
The Capitol building, of course not.
Everywhere, right?
Yep.
So there were 10,000 hours of footage that they refused to release. Nancy Pelosi said, nah, it doesn't have any bearing on anything, right?
Yeah.
Kevin McCarthy, love him, hate him. I'm on the bubble occasionally.
Yeah.
I don't hate him, but you know what I'm saying.
No.
He turned over all of it, which is not 10,000 hours.
Oh, amazing.
It's
How much is it?
40,000 hours.
Wow, but I'm sure there's nothing in there that depicts a better story that tells us what really happened.
He
right?
turned it all over to Tucker Carlson, who's got a huge team that's going through it all.
Oh my
Beginning next week, he's going to tell what happened that day. That is a big deal.
You know who has a lot of respect for Tucker? That if those two end up talking about this, could be really interesting.
Who?
Glenn Beck.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome. Actually, that would be awesome.
With his team and Tucker's,
You know what?
it's going to get unveiled.
It'd be silly not to kind of
collaborate
with the team. I'd be happy to look at a few hours just to help you out.
all day long.
I think at some
bet.
point it should be open to the citizenry. I do. I think
I
it
do
should.
too.
I'm-
Because there's too much being hidden. And
all
we know
I,
that.
all I want them to do is catalog it, so I don't have to search. Just go. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Oh, look at that. That's what I want.
Yeah. I want to know how much of the sensationalism was real. That's
I
all.
wanna know
Because you
what-
know me, I'm a data guy.
Sure,
So give
sure.
me all the data. I don't judge either way. Was it horrible that it happened? Yes. Did it happen out of frustration because of the way the election went and some of the
Yes.
crappy stuff that happened behind the scene? Absolutely. Was it encouraged by the president? Don't believe so.
No, I didn't hear
there's,
that.
There's,
No.
there's a lot of unknowns. I just want to know the truth. 'Cause
Right.
that's kind of what we're about here.
That's it.
Just want the truth. It's not a right or left thing. I want the truth, period, in the story. There's good and evil. That's it.
Yeah. But I just I cannot wait to see what comes out of it. The fun part for me will be when the people who took that story and twisted it into, good grief, it turned into an impeachment. One of them was based on that, wasn't it, basically?
Absolutely.
All those people, I think over 1,000 people now that have been
Yeah.
arrested. Some of them,
Still held.
oh no, a bunch of them still held.
Yeah.
Some of them actually probably deserved it. If they did something violent to a cop,
Then they deserve it.
they deserve it. They
Sure.
deserve what's coming.
Absolutely.
But so many of them were absolutely just framed and set up and not even there. Just ridiculous stuff.
Doesn't the footage now show the shooting of?
Ashley Babbitt.
Yeah.
It'll be there, all of it, from many different angles.
See, that's the thing.
You'll see it all.
Yeah.
You'll see it all.
I really don't think it was justified.
No,
really
that was
don't.
not a good shoot.
I
No.
want more data, but I really don't believe that was justified.
Well, here's a little piece of data that I think you'll enjoy.
Okay.
Wouldn't you like to know how many federal agents were
Absolutely.
in the crowd? How many were
Absolutely.
there saying, "Hey, let's go. Come on. Hey, how many
Who were
Ray
inciting it?
How many
Yeah.
Ray Epps were there?"
That's a good question.
I'm thinking a few. Wouldn't you like to know, with the high def footage that you know exists, not the grainy, weird stuff that they've tried to say, well, we don't have it, who planted that bomb at the Republican headquarters
Right.
or Kamala's office or
Yeah.
whatever the heck was going on
Yeah.
there? Who planted that?
Yeah,
Who did that?
I'd also like to see the clear other views of the police officers letting people into the
Yeah.
Capitol. Come on in.
Let's move these barricades.
Yeah,
You guys,
yeah,
come on.
guys.
Yeah.
This is the best route. See, as someone that grew up with some military people in our family and being friends with a lot of military, just like you are, that's a honey hole. That's a honey hole. Yeah, no. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
where you put it. You come on in. You get them all in one spot, and then you can create a new narrative around that and justify horrible actions against them. That's and horrible actions in the military is take them out. They're trying to assassinate them from a character perspective.
They are.
So
what
that's a lot.
So what we suspected might happen
yeah.
has happened. I just glanced at the clock. We're at
Did we
40.
double it?
We're at 48 minutes.
So we've been feeling for a while that we've been, and you may have sensed it.
He kept saying, let's do an hour.
Yeah, let's go longer. But that means there's some things that are going to change. And one of the things is we're really going to need your support.
Yeah.
We're going to need you to tell everybody about it, spread it on social media. And you know what? We're going to have some ways that you can log in and get the full episodes and truly, be able to be part of our lives and
Yeah.
us stay part of yours.
'Cause
So
we
stay
love it.
tuned for that.
We're
Stay tuned for
having
that.
fun.
We are.
And we just want it to make sense for everybody concerned, especially you.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't have the time to every week sit down and do the whole thing.
I know, I don't.
So this will be a place that we can have chunks.
Right.
4, 5, 7 minute
Of
chunks.
honest conversations.
Yep.
Yep.
If you believe in what we're doing, we just want you to support it. That's it.
Absolutely. Because if we're bringing joy to you, if we're getting you to look at it from a different perspective, if you now are seeking truth yourself and the truth always points to Him, then we've done what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, that's it.
At the end of the day. And we want to have some fun during it and
Well,
laugh and yeah.
Buy a shirt. Did I tell you I got to tell you
I got
a
some
story.
comments on this lately too,
Okay.
by the way.
Yesterday,
Yeah.
I go to Home Depot to get even more boards because our dogs are slowly
Chewing their way, they're termites.
they're giving us a new fence. That's what they're doing. They're just doing it one board at a time. It's like Johnny Cash building a Cadillac.
A recap real quick. He's got 2 puppies, that are very rambunctious.
Yes.
And they're awesome, but they
can tear up an anvil.
Whew.
They can if you let them chill it for a minute. So anyway, I'm there getting that and some hardware that I need to attach said fence pieces, and I see this woman,
Okay.
good looking woman.
Okay.
Being totally honest, really good looking woman. She looks a lot like my wife. From behind, in particular, she had her long blonde hair, had it was kind of that just curls.
I'm just glad you expanded on the from behind.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
That's how I recognized her.
Curls.
No, the curls. So it's my favorite hair that my wife has. It's the hair that happens when she just washes it and lets it go.
It is, yeah.
And it's great.
Yeah.
And she's got a little Siberian husky puppy, and and she's kind of checking me out, right?
Sure.
She's with a guy. Serious, she was. She's with a guy, 6'8" if he's an inch. Absolutely.
Okay.
Shoulder length, Fabio, black hair. He stepped out of Game of Thrones, this guy did.
So he's a man's man, and she's checking you out.
That's what was happening. That's what was happening. In my world, I'm thinking, hey.
Aren't we all?
Hey.
Aren't we?
Hey, sister. Hey, sister, slow your roll. You're going to get my butt whipped here.
And I'm happily married.
He's going to notice what you're doing.
Right.
And there's no winners here, particularly my face. So just about the time that it was actually, I'm thinking, okay, this is strange. I should just go down another aisle.
Yeah, absolutely.
She yells
Oh, no.
a good way. She's like, where'd you get that shirt?
Oh.
I love that shirt. I had on, my pronoun is y'all.
Yeah.
One of our shirts.
Yep.
And I was like, yeah, turbulenttruth.com. You should go there. We have a lot of shirts that you would like. And so if you see me at Home Depot, don't hit on me.
Oh, no.
Just go to turbulenttruth.com.
No, please do. Please do. That's awesome.
And before long, there'll be one that says, I know Chet. And I don't know Chet. So there you go. The other thing we should do is Salty.
Oh, man, it's made such a difference for me.
Yeah.
It really has. So if you have any heart issues, if your cholesterol is just a little high, just a few points, whatever, and you don't want to, even if it's real high, and you don't want to mess with all the pharmaceutical crap that we all know goes into the stuff that they're feeding our older folks, and now I'm becoming an older folk, 52 next month. It's
a child.
Yeah, compared to him. But yeah, it's all natural, and it's got a proven track record, and it's working, and I noticed the difference. And so, you know what? If you really care about your heart, as we do about your heart, please go check out Salty, and put
Truth 2.
Truth 2.
It's right there.
Yeah, put Truth
It's
2
been
in
there
there.
for a minute.
Yeah, and you're going to get a great discount on the first one and going forward.
Yes. So I had a song that was circling in my head this morning, which is generally the Holy Spirit saying, yeah, you should put that up.
Yeah.
So this is an old hymn. I recorded it a while back, but it just, those ancient songs, they don't get old because they suck. They get old because they're great.
And they stand the test of time.
They do.
Yep,
They do. And this one is literally hundreds of years old. And Be Thou My Vision is an absolute work of lyrical genius, obviously inspired by the creative genius of eternity. And
Didn't you play this for Jesus when he was here?
I did play it for him.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah. Thanks. And now I'm going to play it for you. I'm still Gary Chapman.
And I'm still not Cassie, Scott Kutcher.
That's true. You're not.
I am Scott Kutcher.
You can tell.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I'm bloated. Very bloated.
Yes. He's holding some water.
Very bloated, and I've lost a lot of hair.
He's holding some water. All right. This is still Turbulent Truth.
Indeed.
Be thou my vision, O Lord of my heart, not be all else to me, save that thou presence, my light. Be thou my vision, thou my one true word. I ever with thee, thou with me, Lord. Thou my great Father, and I thy true Son. Thou in me dwelling, and I with thee one. High King of heaven, my victory won, may I reach heaven's joys, oh bright heaven's sun. Heart of my own heart, whatever befall, still be my vision, O ruler of all. Riches I heed not, nor men's empty praise. Thou my inheritance, now and always. Thou and thou only, first in my heart. High King of heaven, my treasure thou art. Heart of my own heart, whatever befall, still